Hey YouTube, it's me, iAddiction, and today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Game Boy Advance SP. SP stands for special. I know it's not that special for something to talk about, but I wanted to talk about it today, and this is something I've been doing a lot of research on the past couple weeks or month or so, and at first glance these look extremely similar, do they not? They both are Game Boy Advance SPs. They both, well, one's black and one's red. Actually, one's graphite and one's flame red. But they are both very, very similar. They both have black buttons. They both have buttons in the exact same areas. If we were to shut them, they both have the clamshell display. They look very similar from the fronts. And if we show you the sides, they look extremely similar on the sides. The back has the same exact charging port and buttons on the top. And then even in the front, where you put the games, the exact same slot loading games area. I mean, at first glance, these look extremely similar. But there are two giveaways that give away the difference between these two. And at first glance, they are not the most obvious things. But if you see one of these in a secondhand store or a pawn shop or on eBay or Amazon, there are two things that you can look at to tell the difference between, well, essentially, this is called an AGS-101, which is the newer version, and this is an AGS-100. So if you look at the model number, it will say, and I don't know if this is going to focus or not, but it'll say AGS-101 right here. And if you look at this one, it will say AGS-001. Did I say 100 before? I'm sorry. It's AGS-001, and this is an AGS-101. So that's the easiest way to tell, in my opinion, because it's foolproof. You really can't fudge that, But there's also another way that you can kind of tell. Sometimes on eBay, people will not take pictures of the bottom because it has a serial number, which I can understand. I don't like showing serial numbers myself when I sell something on eBay. But if we look at these a little bit closer when they're off, this is going to be hard to show. But with them being off, think of a new high-definition TV. They have black backgrounds, where an old CRT monitor would have a gray background. You can kind of see it even better when I do this. There you go. More of a gray, more of a shiny black. This is a front-lit Game Boy Advance SP. When the Game Boy Advance came out, there was no light in it whatsoever. You had to be in light. Kind of like a Kindle Paperwhite, well, before the Kindle Paperwhite, or, the Game Boy, any other console really other than, the Game Gear or something like that, that didn't have a light. All the other previous Game Boys, you had to be in light or buy an attachment that would light up. Well, they came out with the Game Boy Advance SP, and they did add a light to it. As you can see, there is a light. You can turn it on, which is right now, and off, which now you won't be able to see. But because there's light in here, we can actually still see this Pokemon game. It has Pokemon Fire Red in it. It's going to be hard to show because of the lights in the background, but hopefully it'll look better in a minute. So, like I said, it's front lit. They have a light on the sides of here that front lights it, and you can see the game when it's off. But after some time, people were complaining because it still wasn't as nice as it could be. There were other systems on the market that had backlight, which is exactly what this is. I can show you the box that it came with. When these came out, it came out almost the same week, or if not the same day, as the Game Boy Micro, which was extremely small, but they said now with a brighter backlit screen. So at first I was like, oh, it's no big deal, it's just a little bit brighter, but literally if you look at these side by side in person, and video is not going to serve it justice, you'll be able to see the difference on video, but it really won't show its justice. If you can get yourself one of these and you're a big, I don't know, Pokemon player, or you like the Game Boy Advance, I would highly recommend trying to find one with the brighter backlit screen. This is the front and back of this box if you were wondering. And inside of it, it comes with some manuals. I think I personally got a very good deal on this because I found it at a local Game Craze. Like I said, in upstate New York, we have a Game Craze. And I got $68 worth of credit for really a bunch of junk. And they were asking $80 for it. So I actually only ended up paying $18.39. So I was very happy. And it even had the manual and everything. Matter of fact, I haven't even looked in here yet. I'm probably not going to open this because it's still sealed. Oh, it's not sealed. I thought it was. Inside of here, it would come with a manual, which there's not much to read in here. I mean, there's a big power button and a light button, you know. This is some other kind of booklet. Health and safety, nobody ever read that. The Game Boy player, I actually have one of these. Maybe I'll make a video on it someday. But there was an attachment that you could get that you could play Game Boy Advance games on a GameCube. And that's how I stream a lot of my Game Boy Advance games and Zelda games and Pokemon games on twitch.tv/GreenLinenShirt. So if you have interest in watching those, head over there and check that out. So yeah, this is, like I said, I just wanted to show you really quickly what the box looks like. Of course, it also comes with a power supply. I'll show you one of my power supplies really quick. This is, I think, one of the ones I bought on eBay, but, you know, it's a very simple plug. Plugs into the back of both. They work at the exact same plug for both of these. Funny enough, they don't actually have a headphone jack on these. You have to buy an accessory that I believe goes into here or here, one of the two, and then you can get the headphones to come out. But yeah, let me show you really quickly what these actually look like side by side when they are turned on. So this is the exact same game, Pokemon Fire Red. And hopefully, if I get a good view, here we go. I mean, you can already see that. You can see this one much better in this light. So if you were playing it in real life, this would be hard to see. And this one would be very easy to see. I'm going to turn off my light and make it even more obvious for you the difference between these two. As you can see, this is the AGS-101 and this is the AGS-001. They are both on the lowest settings. This is the only setting. If I turn this one off, you can't see it at all in the dark. And I'll turn it back on. If I turn this one up, it actually becomes brighter. Now that's one of the things that's really hard to tell in a video, but it actually looks better like this, of course. But there's a huge difference in terms of the quality and the crispness. This is just going to restart the video. It's a pretty amazing thing when you see it in person, to tell the difference that having a front-lit versus backlit screen can actually give you. It's something that I didn't realize at first. I bought 3 of the 001s, and that's a whole other video for another day on why I have so many of these. But as you can tell, having a 101 would make a huge difference in terms of gameplay. So yeah, if you have any questions about any other of the differences, or if you want a suggestion on how to find one of these at a good price, I would say personally on eBay, as of recording this video in February of 2014, this is worth $80. Oh, you can't see because of the dark, but the 101 is worth $80 complete in box. You can get one out of the box for about $60 to $70. You can find the regular Game Boy SPs depending on the condition. I found some on Craigslist for $15. That's all I paid for this the red one. It didn't come with a charger, but you can buy chargers on eBay for like $3. That's what I did. I bought 3 of them just to have some backups. And, you know, on eBay they go anywhere from $25 to $30 if you're lucky, all the way up to $30 to $40 depending on the color and condition. But I think that either way, a 101 or a 100 or 001, they're both good consoles. I think you'd be happy with either one, but if you can splurge, I would highly recommend a 101, only because it does make a huge difference on your eyes. It looks better, and I mean, if you're gonna spend the money, you might as well get something that's you're gonna enjoy for a little bit longer. So yeah, this is my video comparison of the AGS-101 versus AGS-001. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys.